going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. It's the Liverpool review. I'm joined by M Flows.
You already know.
And my boy Khalid.
Hey, happy to be back, man.
It was Manchester United 2, Liverpool 2 in a thrilling performance. A well-deserved draw, I would say, for both teams. But let's get straight into it. I predicted 2-2. M Flows didn't see it happening. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. You know what? Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I hate eating my own words. You know what I mean? I honestly thought it was a shambolic performance from ourselves.
Or a good performance from Manchester United.
It was a bit of both, to be honest. Look, there was some good performances from yourself. Obviously, the fact that Ruben Amorim had a couple of days before, clearly, obviously, got his ideas across in those couple of days. And I don't know, like, I guess that saying is kind of true, you know, form goes out the window. And these rivalries are big, etc. And some of the players really stepped up, you know. I'm a bit disappointed, you know. That's like the third time consecutively that you guys have got a good result over us. You know, last season Ten Hag did the double, and now Amorim's. Yeah, man. Not pleased.
Cry more.
We were hungry, man. Let's just say that we were hungry. We were hungry. We needed that time, and yeah, I feel like we came through. So let's hope that we got more of that, man.
It was a good game. Honestly, I think, you know, getting straight into the action areas of the game, both teams were going for it. You know, especially towards the end of the game at 2-2, I don't think anybody wanted to, you know, not try and win that game. You know, a player for me who from the get-go was just like amazing was Lisandro Martinez.
You know what? Honestly, yeah, he was actually such a pain in the ass. It's funny because I've never really rated Lisandro Martinez, but he really made himself count the other day, you know. Obviously scored the first goal. I don't know what our defense was doing because it was literally right there in your face. Like, we should have really cleared the ball well before that happened. And of course, it just gave you guys a bit of fire in the belly.
What a goal, man. That's why they call him the butcher, bro.
Listen, he didn't butcher shit, bro.
He butchered your bloody goal.
Yeah.
a defender scoring a goal like that.
Crashed it straight in the net.
Yeah. Lots. But yeah, honestly, I think
it was a good run as well. You know, like he's coming forward, he's trying to win the ball, he wins the ball, he carries on, he goes into the box, and then he lays it off to Bruno. And Bruno, straight away, he knows that he's going to make that run. And you know what? He picked him out, and it was a good finish. I expected him to cross it, to be honest. I didn't even expect him to shoot, and it was a really good finish from Martinez. And you know what? After the game as well, you got asked the question, what was the difference? And he goes, the mentality. And it's great. It's great to see.
But where's that mentality been for the last couple of games then?
Obviously, like you said, Amorim's had a few moments with the squad, and it's paid off.
I have to admit though, like, look, I love my team, but yeah, that mentality had been lacking. It had been. We needed. I feel like we needed that game to show that the fans that yeah, we're still trying to get back in this. Like, we're taking you guys seriously, because before that I was thinking they were taking the piss with us. They were just really, it wasn't good enough, the results. So we needed to show our passion, and I think that everyone showed what they could do. So happy with it.
Happy with a point. Yeah, sick one.
Honestly, we could have won that game, but you know what? Let's talk about the next point now.
Yeah, go on. What's the next one?
Matthijs de Ligt. I don't know what was going on with him in the game, to be honest, because, you know, it was tough. It was tough for him. And, you know, for the first goal, for the equaliser, first goal for Liverpool, he slid in, and it wasn't timed well. He didn't need to dive in. And then Gakpo slaps it into the goal.
Bro, he switched off. It was almost like watching someone play a game of FIFA. You just saw the two defenders go like that. He completely went off it. I honestly just think it was a moment of weakness for him. I feel like he's a solid player overall. You know, he's got the.
He had a good game up until that point as well.
Exactly. I feel like it was just a moment of he just misjudged. He misjudged it. You know, I don't like to give Gakpo too many props, but he's a clinical, skillful player. So I'll give him that. In that moment, he got the better.
It was a good finish.
It was a good finish. Yeah.
And you know what? You know what was so funny as well on the preview? What did I say? I said it's not going to be Diaz that's going to be causing the most problems. I told you, like, Gakpo's I don't know what it is.
Do you know what? Diaz had quite an off game as well, though. You know.
You know what?
Considering I was worried about him in the preview, he had quite an off game. I thought he could have done a lot better.
And you know what? Honestly, I think generally speaking, as a team, Liverpool, we definitely should have done so much better. Considering, you know, we're at home. You guys were in a bad run of form going into that game. We really should have put yourselves to the sword. And honestly, I was just a bit shocked. But, you know, Gakpo had a really good game. And he really tore up that United defence when he was given the opportunity. But the opportunities to do that were far and few between, really, because of how well United played, I guess.
It's a good performance from the team overall. You know, we probably could have done a little bit more in attack. But who can you say that had a bad game in that game from a Manchester United player? I don't think there was anyone that I could say had a bad game. Even Zirkzee, when he came on, he had a good game. But do you know who had a great game, in my opinion?
Go on, let's hear it.
Ugarte, because this guy was just all over the pitch.
I can see
all over the pitch. And do you know what? He's putting in tackles. He's even in the 96th minute put that ball through for Bruno Fernandes, and he held his own in that midfield as well. And he's finally starting to show, you know, how tenacious he is, how confident he is when he plays.
100%. So as I said before, you know, in a lot of the other, you know, games we've previewed, solid guy. Always wants to go in for the tackles, to the point where I was thinking this guy's gonna get sent off the pitch. But you see the passion there. That's what we needed. As soon as someone got the ball, he was there, sliding into tackles. People might think, you know, throw a bit of caution, but, you know, you need to, in those type of games, you got to show who you are. And in that game, I feel like he did. So,
yeah, really good game from Ugarte. And I think,
do you think that obviously, whilst he's obviously been there, etc., do you think that it's been fair to say he's had like a fair amount of criticism? Do you think that's like down to the system, the manager? Managerial changes?
I think it's more of a adjustment period. He needed an adjustment period because you know, when he first came in, he's playing in a new team, getting used to the teammates, and now I finally think that he's actually trying to find his feet. And before, people were saying, "Oh, he can't really assist, he can't really pass, can't really do that." Yes, his main job is to destroy in the middle of the park and put in those tackles.
100%. And again, players are going to receive their criticism. I do think, even me to a fault, some of the games I was watching him and I was saying I want to see more from him. But again, that's understanding that formation, that system, that way of play it's going to slowly like start showing. And I feel like you could see how comfortable he was on the ball there and how he knew where he needed to be. And I think hopefully that's the start of something new for him. So yeah.
Hopefully not.
But you know, I really do think that if he's got someone next to him with legs as well, and Kobe Mainoo did well in the game, but if he's got somebody next to him with legs, then he can do his job a lot better as well.
He did have a good performance against us. I definitely agree with that.
100%. And I feel like, you know, again, I don't blame you. We haven't seen him so much in a lot of games, but from what we can see, he's capable, and hopefully he gets even more game time, and, you know, hopefully he'll go flying, man.
Out of all the performances on the pitch, there's one player
I know
who put in a hell of a performance and looked back to his old self. Bruno Fernandes.
El Capitan.
It was
full of shit.
Gatorade.
Bottle of that, man, I'd be drinking it right now, bro.
But honestly, he put in a performance. He looked back to his old self. He was playing with I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to moan at anybody else. I'm going to do my job. Yes, he was still going around the pitch and telling players what to do, but it was more of a performance. I'm going to have a good game. And you know what? He wasn't letting anything else affect him, like we've seen in some games where, you know, he gets angry, he gets emotional a bit too much. In this game, he looked switched on. There was a moment in the game where he was in the middle of the park and I think he had like 4 or 5 Liverpool players around him and he got his way out. He made it look easy. And yes, a few of the players probably didn't want to put in a tackle because it would have given him free kick away. But when he plays like this, Bruno is unplayable.
I agree with that. And I feel like this is the leadership showing that we needed from him. He needed to show that, look, I'm not going to let's be honest. At a point, I was thinking this guy's just getting red cards. The cards and the discipline was out the window after a bit, but we needed him to show his passion, his skill. A lot of the people don't rate him that much, but let's be real. He's the one putting in. Let's be real. He's the playmaker for us. We saw how different. Game. Yeah, we saw how different it was without him as well in our last game, and we needed him there. So, yeah, I can't lie. Exceptional performance, man.
You know what? Honestly, he did. Him and Diego Dallo, they gave Trent a torrid time down our like.
What do you think of the Trent situation, by the way? Now, after that performance.
You know what? I actually mentioned it on the preview to you. I said that you know, the fact.
No, what you actually said is I think he's too professional, and I don't think he will have that performance.
No,
what happened? Honestly, give me an honest opinion now.
I agree.
Do you think it is the Real Madrid thing, or do you think that it's always been like that?
Nah. So and you know what? Yeah, it's funny because we should have had some of the episode where, like, some of the BTS footage up then as well, because I was saying to you that it could play a part, but I don't think it will. Obviously, clearly not, because I think there's 2 things that went on there. Obviously, the fact that Amorim really got his points across in that couple of days off. You know, United looked switched on. It felt like that you guys came over to Anfield and you really had like a point to prove.
Oh, 100%.
But in those games, you always do, because, you know, it's your biggest rival. And, you know, that's what the main problem is with Amorim, is he's saying, if you could put a performance in like this against Liverpool, the league leaders, then you should be able to do it every game. But the problem is players don't get up for any other game.
And you know what? Yeah, I will talk about Amorim in a moment as well. But he'd obviously carried on. He carried on speaking about his players, etc., and he's obviously got his tactics across. But that combination of Diego Dallo and Bruno Fernandes down your guys' left-hand side and our right-hand side, like we saw on the statistics as well, like I think it was over 50% of your attacks went down that channel.
Left-hand side, yeah. Because they targeting Trent, of course.
And obviously, it's not that Trent hasn't been our weak link throughout the season, but of course, you guys clearly had a plan and executed it. That Real Madrid contract situation as well. Yeah, it might have been playing in his head, but not with showings like that. You can't go to Real Madrid, and the fans don't appreciate that either, you know.
From what we even spoke about for the first goal, people were ripping into him from that, you know, chance that he missed. And as well, for me, I've been saying how Dallo's been pissing me off so much lately, but we can see the shift he put in.
Yeah,
we can see
100%.
He was showing more skills, see that he was running forward, and we needed him. That's what we need him to do. We need him to run up, create more space, create more play. And as you said, that's what he if you saw the Diallo finish, he put that in for him. And yeah, I feel like he was giving a lot of problems on the wing as well. So
the final thing I want to touch on, a few honourable mentions of who I think played well in the game. Garnacho, when he came on. Lenny Yoro, when he came on. Honestly, put that tackle in at 2-2, running back from the full length of the pitch, back to his own box.
Solid.
Sliding in on Nunes. And, you know, it could have gone anywhere. It could have been another penalty.
Bro,
and,
I was
you know,
scared.
to time that tackle was perfect. So I think Yoro had a great game. Obviously, Garnacho with the assist, you know, putting the ball in. I think he showed that Garnacho, I think when he plays his best, it's as an impact player coming off the bench as a sub. There was, you know, some points under Ten Hag where he started playing in the starting 11, and, you know, his impact in the game wasn't as much. But, coming off the bench, he makes a good impact. And then the final player I want to talk about is Kobe Mainoo. What do you think?
Oh, Kobe. Let me tell you something. This guy is like such a talent. I feel like he's look at the age he is and how well he's also fitting into that first team. Academy player coming through the ranks. So yeah, no complaints there.
Question though, yeah. Just before I came into the set today, yeah, I saw a little article. Didn't get to read it too much in depth, but apparently there's a little link to Chelsea, a little link, you know. Kobe Mainoo.
Oh, no chance.
To Chelsea.
No, they're
No
not
chance.
getting him. to add him to their 42-man squad. No way.
No chance. No chance. No chance at all. But that was the Manchester United versus Liverpool review. And we'll catch you on the next one, guys. See you later.
Peace.